A man can't achieve his fullest potential if he's not sexually disciplined. Let's put it this way: we live in a hypersexualized world, and sexual energy is where our potential lies. So if you cannot stay clear from porn, if you cannot stay clear from OnlyFans, if you are constantly chasing women, if you are constantly trying to ejaculate, you cannot achieve the same level of success as a man who is sexually disciplined, who knows how to keep it in his pants in any way, shape, or form, whether it's porn, chasing women, or OnlyFans. You need to know how to keep your dick in your pants and use that sexual energy, transmute this sexual energy into something worthwhile. And because we live in a hypersexualized world, it is hard to do so. We have so much access to porn, to OnlyFans, and even if you watch a work, go at the gym, on a college campus, at the university, or even at work, you are bombarded with all that sexual cues, whether it's the way women dress, whether it's the advertising, the movies, the media, etc., etc. And I'm not even talking about porn. Sex and porn are ubiquitous. So what men need to do is develop a certain level of discipline. For example, lowering your gaze when you're out and about on the streets, at the gym, at your university, at work. Do not linger so much when you see a beautiful woman. Do not look back. You have to learn how to be disciplined with your eyes, because the eyes is where everything starts. Because we men have a flaw. We are aroused by visual cues, and visual cues and sexual visual cues. So it starts with the eyes. Do not let your eyes feast on everything that is sexual around you. So once you start with the eyes, and once you can understand that you quit porn and you can be on semen retention, because once you quit porn, you are generally speaking on semen retention. In other words, you will not ejaculate as often. Like, you cannot be fully a man if you are constantly thinking about ejaculating. If you can control your ejaculation will control you. David Data, the author of The Way of the Superior Man, said that a man has to be able to control his ejaculation and not the other way around. And I fully agree with this statement. So you have to understand that this sexual energy, that precious sexual energy, is something that you need to transmute. Obviously, it's not easy. As I just mentioned, we live in a hypersexualized world. So it's going to be increasingly difficult to actually tame that energy and transmute it. But if you manage to do so, if you manage to put it in a worthwhile goal, whether it's going at the gym, starting a business, starting a hobby that is constructive, you can achieve so much in this world. You could be literally unstoppable. But in order to do so, you need to have this discipline. And this discipline starts with keeping your dick in your pants, which means quit porn, which means not looking and lusting after women you see in real life or even virtually on Instagram and TikTok. It means that you lower your gaze when you see those women in real life or virtually. It also means that you are not constantly thinking about sex and chasing a woman, that you have a time in your life, moments in your days where you are not thinking only about chasing woman or porn. And obviously, it's not that easy. It takes discipline, but it's worthwhile, because you could be living all your life only thinking about that and ruin your life completely, or at least ruin part of your potential. Because obviously, you could do all that and still achieve a lot, but not as much as someone who is more sexually disciplined. So that is what I wish for you, my friends, to be more disciplined in the matters of sex. And that starts today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastian, your addiction recovery coach. I'm here to help those of you who want quick links. Links are in the description box below.